Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading. Apparently Oliver wants to join us. Come on, hurry up, get up here. Hurry, hurry. Come on, up. Good boy. You're gonna join Aquarius, huh? Welcome to your 2024 reading. This is Oliver. He's come to read with you. All right. So let's see what's going on for you. This will release to Patreon and to the one-off readings available for early access purchase first. And then you can, if you don't want to, you can just wait and get it when it goes to YouTube. Okay? So, this is going to be a big leap ahead spiritually for you this year. Okay? Big new leap into a different consciousness, which means letting go of some beliefs that you may have had previously. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on. All right, we're going to pull the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, first quarter. All right, there you go. Ooh. Thank you. This desk is smaller than the desk I had that I've given to my daughter, which makes the room for the quarters a little bit less. Okay. Underlying for your year, tantric union. Oof. Do you hear my stomach? It's not hungry. It's just processing energy. Tantric union. The unknown relationship here is going to spice up. And that doesn't mean that you're not already in a relationship. Maybe you are. Maybe it's just the underlying part of this relationship that hasn't spiced up yet. It also is very reminiscent for me of the actual 2023 full reading for the collective was spicy. It's getting hot in here. So maybe you're just running a little late for that. We'll see. Okay. The first quarter, we've got some sorrow. Again, I do feel like this is that letting go of old beliefs, right? Letting go of the way that you thought about things, realizing that things aren't necessarily the way you thought. It's kind of like my daughter. When she was born, when the nurse made her footprint, her thumb got on it, or her pinky got on it, and it made it look like she had 6 toes. So we always joked that she had 6 toes. She believed it. So when she found out that it was just parents joking with her sort of thing, she was mad. There was a little bit of sorrow there because she had really embodied this idea that she had 6 toes, right? So it's like you're finding out something, and it could be very simple. But you're like, wait a minute, what? And it just brings a little bit of sorrow, okay? Second quarter, there's a lot of reflection on, I'm kind of getting this idea of the seasons of your life and the energies that you've allowed into your life. Third quarter, I want to say the September eclipse is going to be a big one for you in opening up this aspect of how you're going to really embrace your soulmate's energy. Fourth quarter, there may be a distance, but Spirit wants you to know that whatever that distance is, it's a blessing and it's meant to be balancing for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deeper look. Okay, let's pull out the months and we'll look a little bit more towards each quarter separately. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oof. Thank you. Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, you're in divine timing, okay? Especially in terms of your true love. Oh, somebody needed to hear that. All right, first quarter, January, is when you're going to suffer this loss that brings this sorrow, okay? And it kind of deviates your life into two paths, so to speak. The path that you thought you were going before you knew, and the path of where you're going now that you know. In February, okay, you could feel, because of this, there's a lot going on, there's a lot of people around you, but you just feel kind of disconnected from them. And in March, there's a transformation. This is when you realize that it's time for you to cross that spiritual bridge into this higher aspect of your life, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify a little bit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, January, that loss. Yeah, it's the season. It's the time. For some of you, this could just be realizing that you have seasonal affective type disorders, right? Where the season affects you. And that happens with not just winter, but with summer seasons, okay, as well. Some people are just impacted by the season. But regardless, this is just a cycle of life when you are meant to be changing things, okay? February, you feel a little bit distant from people, places, and things. And in some aspects, it's the past that's kind of holding you back, and it's this feeling that you have to cleanse that, you have to fully let that go, which, I mean, all of this is kind of leading you towards that March energy. Okay, March. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I love that. Okay, the 9 of water, the 9 of cups. That's my salmon. It's like you know the way home. Suddenly you realize exactly what you need to do. You're following your intuition. You're following your heart. You're following your spirit. You know exactly what you need to do here. Okay. And you're determined to do it even if you can't see where the heck it's leading you. You're determined to follow that. Okay. So April, you're kind of reflecting on all of these things, but you feel like you're doing it on your own. The Ascended Masters came out in reverse and they asked me to leave it that way. So there's this feeling that you're doing it on your own, but they're actually, if you look at the way this card is when it's in the upside down, they're actually sending you those blessings, because do you see how like she's basking in that beautiful yellow glow? Well, who's sending it to you? That's coming from the Ascended Masters. That's coming from the angels and your guides. You just don't feel like they're there with you, but they are fully engaged in it. In May, the Loving Woman. Okay, this is when you really start to embrace all of this energy. You may be embracing a soul bond. And in June, you start feeling this healing. All of this sort of spiritual work is doing for you. Tell me here about April, Spirit. Yeah, again, you're very confused. You feel like you're going through this maze alone. You don't know really what you're doing. But angel number 66, and they're showing up here that, again, they're leading you, because the 12 is the wheel of life, right? They were leading you to this really strong sense of what's meant for you and where you're supposed to be. They wanted me to look in the middle here, right? They're leading you to your heart. But again, they had to show you the two paths before you could get there. Okay, loving woman. Loving woman, thank you. For May, 4 of water. Again, there's this aspect of healing an inner child part of you, which really resonates with the collective reading that I did for the end of the year. So there is this healing going on, and as that inner child heals, so do your relationships and your abilities to have these beautiful relationships. Okay, the healing light in June. Thank you, Spirit. Again, they're saying you're very determined at this point. I'm following my guidance no matter what. They're going to lead you in June to what feels like a portal. It's the spiritual, this is the moment of spiritual ascension, okay? And are you going to take it? Heck yes, you are. You're ready to do the work. You're ready to gain this knowledge. You're ready to take that leap of faith, okay? So you're fully on board with that. The underlying here, again, 3 of earth. This is an aspect where your ancestors have led you to this specific space to heal and to find what's meant for you. All right. So 3rd quarter, okay, July. This means kind of letting go of the hold, I feel like, almost of what you thought life was going to give to you. It's these expectations. And for some of you, it's shutting the door on those expectations. For others of you, there is this aspect of opening the door to prepare you for that September eclipse. Okay? In August, you become very optimistic that this is the new way, that this is the new path, that this is going to lead you to happiness. But September, you wonder if it's even true. Deception. You could also be having where you find in September that as you're rising up, people are talking behind your back, okay? Letting go. Yeah. This is when you find your magic. You plant this new seed. You let go of who you were. You embrace who you are. Okay, 5 of earth. The optimism here in August. Again, you've let go of the expectations. You know that what's meant for you will just show up when it shows up. That you're on this path. That you're embracing where you are right now. And then in September, thank you. There's this feeling that there's a lot of options. 7 of water, and there's the 9 of earth. Again, what they're showing me here is that you wonder if I think for most of you, you're wondering if your thought processes are leading you in the right place. Like, you're kind of following this collective spiritual work towards this portal, okay? And you're unsure if this is leading to something really bad, if you're taking the wrong path, right? Because you're, for the first time, being a part of a more spiritual collective energy in a way that you haven't before. But if you look at this, everyone's going to the same path. Every path is leading to the same space. It's not deception. And that in and of itself might be a little bit shocking for you. And underlying is that 4 of fire, where it's almost like I feel like the higher ascension sort of energies, right? The oneness is sitting there perhaps with an ancestor of yours that's passed, and is sitting there watching you with wonder as you're exploring this new terrain and you're growing and kind of like very proud of their little kid sort of a thing, right? And in this aspect, it's you learning to work in these relationships a little bit differently. And for some of you, that could lead to a stronger marriage. It could lead to a stronger relationship in any sort of part of your life, okay? So fourth quarter, all right, you are feeling suddenly there's some sort of silence, but the silence is a blessing. And maybe that silence is from your own deceptive, negative self-thoughts, because you're starting a brand new, beautiful partnership, okay? You're coming at your partnership even maybe from a brand new space of rekindling and joy and happiness. In October, in November, it does become very sacred, okay? And this does bring you to a place that I think you didn't really expect you would be. And in December, there's that conscious choice to have all of this gratitude for the whole year and to really like give a lot of thanks for how you've gotten here and all the blessings that you've received. Tell you about October here, Spirit. Kindred partnership. Yeah. For some of you, this is just somebody having a rebirth of their heart, rekindling things with you. For others, this is something brand new that's going to open your heart, and it does deep dive into your heart. It does open your heart in a way that is just very beautiful and very childlike in nature in some ways. Some of you, maybe it is a child. Okay, in November, the sacred temple, because that's a thought I came to me when I picked up the sacred temple was, oh, somebody's going to get pregnant. Maybe somebody is, okay? Regardless, the sacredness brings you great happiness. 10 of Cups, okay? And it's almost as if, again, there's a little tiny frog there. Some of you are going to be inviting someone new into your family. But it's just knowing that you're fully protected on this path forward. Giving great gratitude. Okay? Yeah, because the two paths, suddenly you see the way that they came together. And this gives you this knowledge that it was always kind of within you to follow this path, and that this was the way that you had to get here, especially if this is in terms of deeply connecting with that divine lover and that tantric union. This could be somebody that you thought everything was done with, okay? Or you thought that you were never going to have this kind of love again. I do feel that we're going to have a couple of really powerful portals over this year. I did see in the end of the year reading, we had that 1111 portal was really strong for the collective. The 8 of Earth generally does speak when I'm doing the annual readings for the 8-8 portal. And I do feel like it might take you through August when you finally kind of give up all of those expectations and you're happy just being with where you are, that you finally kind of let go of everything that you burned down before and open up to just allowing things to come in and be. Okay? So let's get some advice here, Spirit. Any advice you want to give as they are thinking about the new year ahead? Okay. 6 of Wands. Once you go through this portal, you're going to have a lot of great success, but it is very different. It is, for some of you, a new job, a new pathway, a new career, new ideas. Very profitable. Again, very productive. A lot of people looking up to you. A lot of change is happening very quickly in your life. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. It is letting go of a lot of burden. Some of you need to learn to delegate, and that's, you're getting this opportunity by getting some sort of a promotion. 4 of Water in Temperance. You're learning to be more patient with the way that you wait for love. And as such, love is yours, the lovers. Okay? Yeah. You're learning to realize that the emotions that matter the most are the ones within you. Okay. Let's go ahead. Can you give me a card for the year, Spirit? Thank you. This year is about, and I love this because we get on the front and the bottom here, you've got the 1111. So 1111 will be very powerful for you. That could be solidifying the 3D and the mind of this divine connection for you. But this is the year of seeing the true you. Okay? And in all of your glory and all of your vulnerability, and stripped away of all of that, all of those layers that really weren't yours, and then finding yourself. Okay? So let's close it with an oracle, and then I am going to do a little reading on top of this. Okay. Yeah, this is a new beginning once you go through this portal. But you didn't know it, and you wouldn't know it until you reach that point. And that's what Spirit's saying. And you may not, it may be that you don't realize how much you have to release until February. And that's why you realize that you're following your intuition and finding your way back to yourself come March. Okay? And this is already all written in your Akashic that this was going to happen. Again, the 12, the Wheel of Life. This was going to happen at this time in your life. Okay? So, I hope this helps you. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the week. I'm going to do an extended here that actually isn't necessarily an extended. It's actually the reading that you guys are going to get when Patreon gets this reading. Okay? And then you guys will get this reading later. All right? So, I love you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that other people can find this message and get what they need for the new year. And let's all rise up together. All right? Have a beautiful year, guys. Bye.